What's your name and where do you dash?
My name is Andy, and I dash in West Little Rock.
My name is Robin Idlet. Um, I live in a tri-state area.
Do you dash full time or part time?
Part time.
Definitely part-time. This is, I want to say, my first job in 15 years. I've been retired for 15 years.
What's the most interesting or weird thing that happened while on a dash?
One thing that I have noticed is I wear a body camera when I dash, and I get a lot of mixed reactions from it. Some people tend to avoid it. One time I was picking up an order, and the girl at the counter was looking at it, and she kind of stepped away from it. I've had people actually look at it and wave and say hi to it, and then one time I was dropping off an order, and the lady was that I was dropping off to wasn't too happy about me wearing the camera on her property. I explained to her it was for my safety and for accountability purposes, and that I'd typically delete the footage, a couple of days after. So it's not like I keep it forever.
What's your worst experience while dashing?
I don't think I've really had a bad experience other than just dealing, occasionally I've had to deal with some pretty rude people. I typically try not to let that bother me too much though.
What's your worst experience while on a dash?
University of Florida Seminoles was having game day. And I didn't know they had game day. I didn't know what happens when they had game day. I just knew my nephew lived there. I've still got the screenshot that I took of it being game day, just about every road being closed. Of course, we were busy because nobody else could get out and get their stuff. But it was a Chipotle order. If you go to Chipotle, you are always going to wait forever and ever for your orders. Well, it was a Chipotle order. I finally was able to pick it up. I was finally able to get there and pick it up. Then it was going to a college dorm at that. And I literally had to break the law going down these roads that were closed. And then I actually had to tell her exactly my location and where I was. I'm by the dumpsters. I'm standing here. I'm illegally parked. And we had to speak on the phone the whole time, which was about 15 minutes, waiting for her to find me. And I guess in a way, me to find her. And then I had already accepted another order in the meantime. And I just called DoorDash and I said, look, I said, unassign me, do whatever. If it counts against me, it counts against me. I said, but there's no way I can get to that order and there's no way I can get to where it's going. The roads around here are closed. And anyways, that was my last dash for a Saturday during game day.
Do you have any tips for people that want to start dashing or have started but haven't done it long enough?
One thing I can tell you is to have fun doing it. Try not to stress over it too much. It's an easy job. Personally, I enjoy doing it. I wish I could do it full time. I don't think I could do it and be able to pay the bills.
Well, in a way, I'm kind of a new dasher. I've got like 300 and maybe 340 deliveries right now. But okay, one of the tips is, make sure before you go out there that you know your app and know how to navigate on it and everything. You need to know that because if you learn as you go along, it is so stressful.
Be prepared, learn the area you work in, learn the restaurants, make you a list of which restaurants to go to and which ones not to go to. As far as the area goes, learn your side roads and back roads, and apartment complexes can be pretty, can be frustrating at times, learn what buildings are where, and that's one big thing, is just knowing where you're going and knowing the area around you. Carry a hot bag, get you, invest in, in a few different ones. You don't have to go out and spend $100 on them or anything. Just, Walmart's got them for like $5 or something, get you a couple of good bags and, you're paying, customers pay a good, amount of money to have their food delivered to them. And I think it's important that they get that food, as fresh and as, as hot or as cold as possible, depending on what they're ordering.
Well, that's all the questions I had. Thank you for
Okay.
answering them for me.
You're welcome. I hope